Hey, welcome back to Blue and Blur, everybody. My name is Mark.
And I'm RJ, and we'll be right back to talk about the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Okay, so Toronto Maple Leafs is seems like they're not cooperating with the tank-athon.
They can't even they can't they can't do that right. They defy gravity. They defy gravity. They all they have to do is lose, and they've taken 5 of the last on the weekend they went Anaheim game, and then the Islanders. Sorry, the Buffalo on Saturday an overtime loss, and then Minnesota really spirited 4-2 win. They flew in there in a big snowstorm, so they should have been maybe out of their depth on that one with a shaky flight. 4-2, and that's 5 of a possible 6 points.
Yeah, and I saw that on on TV that somebody mentioned it. It's just like they said they think Groulx didn't get the memo.
No, he didn't. No, we'll talk. Yeah, we're going to talk about him. So yeah, they lost. Let's just wrap up there what they've been doing. Then they lost last night to the Islanders. It was Matthew Schaefer, his return home. He's from a Hamilton boy, and so he played well, 23 minutes, and got an assist in front of probably quite a few Schaeferites were in the stands. And just a wonderful hockey player. As we've detailed on the Montreal videos because he's a lock for the Calder. So anyway, upcoming is Carolina and Ottawa this weekend, back to back. So anyway, what is going on? Bo Groulx. First of all, the name sounds like a quarterback for Michigan Spartans.
Is it something?
That's a quarterback name if I ever heard one.
Isn't that something you eat, Groulx?
Yeah, but he's 26 years old, kicked around, drafted by Anaheim, spent 4 or 5 years there. He was, I think, a cup of coffee with the Rangers. Came to Toronto, playing for the Marlies. He's right in the top 3 scoring, if not right at the. Well, now he's not played for a while. He had 27 goals this year with the Marlies. He's 26. That's probably one reason why they don't bring him up. And I don't really know how the waivers go. I heard a lot of people saying, "Why didn't Tree Living bring this guy up in November?" I'm not sure how the waivers work. I know they were shuttling Quinlan back and forth. Maybe no one wants him. He's not. He's got a. Quinlan's better step it up. This is a wonderful opportunity for a 23-year-old. But anyway, Bo's making the most of it. 3 goals and 1 assist so far. And it's not just the goals, it's the way he's playing. He's really spirited. And there's a guy who's saying to himself, this is my chance to get in the show. And he's making the most of it. It's great to see. And but the unfortunate thing for the Leaf fans or management is they want to get to that bottom 5. And right now, they are now, I believe they're 5 or 6 points ahead. 5 or 6 points. St. Louis would be the 5th place team. Yeah, they're 70. I think St. Louis is at 64. And so if they hadn't got those 5 points, they'd only be 1 point ahead of St. Louis. St. Louis at down here. Where's St. Louis?
You want to do the whole division?
We'll do the league thing. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
The league, yeah.
Yeah, the league. So they're ruining their chances there to get down to the bottom of the league.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
anyway, while we're on the standings, but, I like to do the cross-offs. So we just detailed in our other video that in the East it's pretty straight and forward. It's Montreal with not in a wild card at 84 points, and then Boston and Detroit are at 82, and Montreal's a game in hand on them. So in a bit of control there. Breathing down Detroit and Boston's next, Columbus, who have a game in hand on them, they're at 81. So they're only 1 point back, and I'm thinking the Jackets somehow are going to get in there in that final spot. And one of these, and even Montreal
Yeah.
has better pull their bootstraps up. All the teams in the East are crossed off. I'm not going to cross off Ottawa this week. They're 4 or 5 points. They're 4 points back at Columbus at
77.
77, sorry. So they'd have to go on a real heater in these next 15 games. And as for the West, there is an interesting development there. Crossoff has got back in the game. I'm St. Louis, Calgary, and Chicago and Vancouver are still crossed off. But Winnipeg, who was last place in the league, is making a late charge. And they're at 67. They're only 4 back of Seattle, which is tied with the LA for the last spot. So there's a real race there going on between Seattle, Los Angeles, San Jose. Nashville's at 69. They're only 2 points back of Seattle and LA. Nashville, and then Winnipeg. Winnipeg's really making it. Hellebuck's back and healthy, and they're really making a charge.
Yeah.
So I've uncrossed them off.
Yeah, Utah's comfortable lead in the first wild card at
Yeah, they've got
76, and the next one down is Seattle at 71. So I think these four teams you're mentioning, they're going to be battling for that last wild card spot.
And the other interesting thing in the West is there's a big difference between second last wild card and last wild card, because the last wild card will play Colorado, and the second wild card will end up drawing one of Anaheim, Edmonton, or Vegas.
Yeah.
And
because they're right close. They're only a point ahead, 77, 77, 76. Yeah, so that the first in the Pacific is definitely not settled yet.
I'm going to get back to the situation with Edmonton in 1 second. I just want one more little brief Leaf news. They did sign a free agent. Don't get excited though. He finished like in the top 5 for voting for Hobey Baker, the College Player of the Year award. So he has to have something going on. He plays for Northeastern. His name is Vince Borghese. But what I don't like to see is he's a 5'8" defenseman. I don't know what the Leafs are thinking. Why do they need a 5'8" defenseman with the situation at hand they've got? So I don't know. Anyway, they signed this guy, and his coach was speaking quite glowingly of him. So other than that, back to the Edmonton. So that's all the Leaf news. Back to the Edmonton news. They lost Draisaitl for the season. He was punched out by hit hard and suffered a lower body injury. I forget the name of the fellow who hit him, Owen somebody. And boy, the Oilers chased that guy around for the rest of the night. And that shows you, again, with these Leafs. I mean, I'm still not over what happened in Anaheim when Anaheim was here last Thursday. And we're going to have a separate video in just a few minutes on the Matthews situation, because that's the big news. He's out for the season when Gouda's got the 5-game suspension for us losing our best player and captain for the remainder of the year. So we'll have another talk about that after this. And that's all the Toronto news. They've got back-to-backs with Carolina and Ottawa this weekend, and we are in full tank. Well, we're hoping they
somebody got to tell the players that.
Somebody's got to tell the players that. And but God bless Bo, though. It's great to see a mid-20s guy get a shot at it, and he's making the most of it. Anyway, we'll be back in a minute.
2 goals, 1 assist. You know,
3 goals. He's got 3 goals. He got 2 goals. Yes. He got 2 goals in the Minnesota game.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
3 goals.
Yeah, he's doing okay.
It's more the way he's playing, and he's creating chances. He's got energy. He's forechecking. He's hitting. Wonderful to see. Anyway, we'll be back in a minute to talk about the Austin Matthews.
Yeah, like and subscribe and comment down below, and check out our next video coming right up. And it's all about Austin Matthews, our favorite person to love, hate.